They're not one specific race or gender and often think outside the box. We may not immediately notice if someone is an indigo by merely looking at them, although some indigos have distinguishing features such as large eyes and prominent auras. Indigos have been on this planet for a long time, playing an important role in the ascension process. Did you ever see the homeless man carrying the sign, "The end is near"? Many people ridiculed this person and labeled him as insane because he didn't fit into the societal norm of expectations. Perhaps this was an indigo man who had a premonition. Many indigos can relate to this homeless man. Indigo people often find it difficult to fit into any specific category of society because they have a difficult time relating to the herd mentality that our mainstream media imposes on its viewers. At birth, the indigo children appear to be the same as any other infant. Within the first few years of life, these children will begin exhibiting traits of their abilities, such as having conversations with invisible friends or having out-of-body experiences. Conforming adults will often attempt to suppress these abilities in their children due to fear of ridicule and nonconformity.
The Indigo Ray. Indigo Ray.
I first became aware of the phenomenon of indigo people. They're no longer children as a whole. Most of them are now young adults. And I first became aware of indigos in my travels around the world talking about my books. And I had a lot of indigos come to my workshops and tell me that they were connecting with their angels.
The Indigo Ray. Indigo Ray.
And that indigos were also meeting spirits that were not necessarily benevolent. These spirits were in their bedrooms and causing them to have insomnia. Since I knew insomnia was correlated with hyperactivity and that a high number of these children were being diagnosed as ADHD or attention deficit.
The Indigo Ray.
As the indigo children grow older, they may be introduced to religion. Many will have a difficult time understanding the conforming ways of religion, and will question why people allow religion to control their lives. Others may be highly religious, yet feel a stronger divine purpose in life, creating cognitive dissonance between what they were taught and what they feel inside. At school, the indigo children learn conformity, yet feel the same cognitive dissonance they felt with religion. They often rebel against societal norms, and are considered outcasts by their peers. Many are currently labeled with attention deficit disorder and are placed on medication to help them maintain focus in school.
The Indigo Ray. Indigo Ray.
I started to explore this phenomenon. You know, when I was growing up, everybody talked about, that there's monsters in the closet or alligators under your bed. What these indigos told me was much, much beyond the childhood tales that would frighten us. And as someone who really espouses and lives positive thinking, at first I didn't want to hear
The Indigo Ray. Indigo Ray.
Children in Australia, in Asia, Europe, UK, and all throughout throughout America were telling me the same thing. I thought this bears exploring. And what I found is that the indigos are extremely sensitive people. And they're sensitive on all levels. They're sensitive to energy, so these are people who easily can
The Indigo Ray.
Children and adults with ADD and ADHD commonly feel like they have a plethora of energy and need to find creative ways to expend this energy. The key word is energy. Every thought contains energy that is sent out to the universe and recreated within our societal Mandelbrot as the now. Many people diagnosed with ADD and ADHD have a difficult time focusing on anything they find mundane, such as school, rules, and authority figures, or anyone in general, who cannot relate or understand them. There are many more undiagnosed cases of ADD and ADHD where people feel this same anomaly. Is it a coincidence that the prevalence of ADD and ADHD has come at a time when people have incarnated to this planet with very little time to garnish and or remember any negative karma?